Why she acts distant when she likes you. You ever notice that when a woman likes you, she will start to act distant. She would try to act uninterested. She would start pulling back, not responding as fast as she usually does. Seems like she stops showing emotion. She's basically acting distant. This is where guys think, did I mess up? And we've all been there, so I know exactly what you're feeling. Did I mess up? Was I too distant? Did she lose interest? Was I too available? This is the thoughts that us guys have in our mind, right? What many men don't understand is that sometimes she acts distant because she likes you. She caught more feelings than she initially thought. And you have to understand is that it's not on you. A majority of the time is they don't know how you stand. They don't know where you stand with them. So when she acts distant, especially when you know she likes you, it's evident. You see the way she acts around you. She's acting very shy. You can tell when a woman likes you, especially with her body language, how she acts. So you know she's attracted to you. But she's playing hard to get. Now she's playing mind games with you. And this is where the test starts to arrive. They do this to see if you are genuinely interested in them, if you really have a desire for her. Because what women don't like is when they catch feelings faster than they expected. Especially you're probably doing everything right. They notice that you have an attraction, especially with other women. What they will slowly start to do is pull back. Why do I say that? Because they pull back to see if you are genuinely interested in her, right? They don't want to waste time, especially if they think that you are an F-boy, if they think that you have other options. They don't want to compete. In their mind, they're thinking, let me pull back so I don't. And they might even say this to you, but majority of the time they won't. And if you don't understand this, you will ruin something that was actually working. So don't react from emotion. Stay calm. And let me break it down exactly why. Let's talk about it. The first thing I want you to understand is that attraction creates vulnerability. When she likes you, she starts losing emotional control. She can't control now how she feels. And they like to be the one to control. That's why they like to give it up when they choose to, right? Not when you want to. That's why I always say, don't act like you want it. When she's acting like this, when she's acting distant, it's because she doesn't know how to control her emotions. And she doesn't want that to be known to you. Especially if she doesn't know if you genuinely like her the way she likes you. And normally when someone cares, they fear getting rejected, especially women. They risk being hurt. They risk being exposed. So the only way that she can gain control is by pulling back, is by acting distant. Why? It's to protect herself. And this correlates because this is where they try to go and test your investment. This is why I always mention you will be tested, especially with females. The moment she feels like she's getting attached, she subconsciously wants to know, is he solid? Is he stable? Is he going to chase if I lean back? So she creates space. It's not because she wants you gone. It's not because she lost interest. It's because she wants to know if you will crumble. She wants to know if you will chase. Many guys mess up right here, right now. So now you start getting emotional, maybe sending a little bit more text. You're over explaining. You're trying to force the connection, trying to get a definitive answer. That's exactly, I promise you, that's exactly when attraction dies. Because it's not when she pulled back, it's when you reacted. This is something I wish I learned earlier. And this is why I make these videos, so you guys understand. When you do this, when you overreact and now you're losing your frame. You're not that same guy that got her attracted. You're not that same guy that got her interested in you. Now you're moving different. And this is exactly why they test you. This is exactly why they want to know and see how you react. Because if she sees the future with you, she wants to know how you respond to uncertainty, how you respond to mixed signals. Granted, I know many guys don't want this, right? We don't want women playing game, but this is what they'll do, especially off the get-go. Especially off to see how you move. And if you overreact, this is why I always say nothing, do nothing, stay calm. Because when you lose your frame, she got you. She got you. And as much as it hurts, they will do this. And when they see you act different, when they see, even if you apologize after, say, hey, my bad, I just didn't know what it was. You're thinking you're showing effort. And I promise you, I know what you're doing. You're thinking that you're showing her, no, I'm about you. It's nobody else. It's just you. Like, right, babe? Like, come on. Like, you know, I'm just trying to show you my affection. They don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear that. And I've made this mistake early in my years, because they want to see you still hold your frame, hold it down, be that masculine guy. When you overreact, when you show that you are it just looks like you're completely different. To keep it 1,000. The main significance I want you to understand is that she wants to feel chosen, not chased. Does that make sense? She wants to get emotional reassurance without you begging. This is why I say don't say anything, don't do nothing. When you see her lean back like this, when you see her pulling it back, acting distant, especially when you know she's interested in you, she likes you. She probably likes you more than you really like her. Let's keep it real. So when you go and do one whole 80, when you go and do that 360, when you go and try to show you're saying a little bit too much now, you lose that same attraction that you gained from her. You must understand this. Sounds contradictory, but I'm telling you, it's real. So the only way to fix this, listen carefully, is when she loses interest, she wants to feel chosen. She wants to feel like she is selected, right? But not chased. Not feeling like you're begging for her to stay or to re-engage. What you need to do is fall back and monitor. You see what's going on, you know you got her. Instantly know that when she acts distant and you know she's into you, like there's no doubt about it, don't react, stay calm. Keep it, move like you're good without her. If she wanted to leave, I promise you, this will work out. You need to. And I'm telling you right now, because the moment she likes that high value energy. So that means if she wanted to leave, you're good. Why? Because you got options. You don't have to verbally say that, but the way you move, your body language, that shows that you have other things going on. If you don't want to be part of this, babe, that's good. That's all good. Say less. You don't even react. You don't show this emotion, but how you show it, though, is by not reacting. A weak value energy is, please don't leave. Hey, anything I can do to fix this? Even though you're not probably saying too much through text, through the phone. But once you show that, you lose your leverage. Right now, she's the prize. Remember, it doesn't matter what you guys have, the dynamic, how long you guys been talking, this, that, especially off the get-go, especially if you just starting to get to know her, especially if you're starting to get serious. The moment you show that, I need you here with me, right? This is why I always say this is not Disney Channel, right? Because we were taught growing up, like, women always say that they want a man that's all about them, that's showing affection, showing love, but that's not what it is in reality. Yes, you can have that feeling for her, but do not show that. Once you show that, she loses interest. If she senses the second energy, she loses attraction instantly. I promise you. It's almost like, what happened? You're just thinking a million. It's like, what? All because of, you might have even sent one text. And now she might ghost you for a couple of days. Then she'll probably re-engage. Now she's acting dry in the text messages. Now she's not saying as much. She's not communicating as much. She's not being transparent with you because she saw everything that she needed to see. She's like, okay, we got him. This is the time. Even though that's probably not your characteristic traits, right? Even though that's not really what you do, but you just did that because maybe you listened to a friend's advice. Maybe you listened to another girl telling you just do this. But you have to understand is that they don't want to hear any of that shit. They really want you to just be the same. Act neutral. Act like you don't care. This is why I always say you guys are the prize. We as men are the prize. You as men, you have to hold your frame. You have to show her that I'm good regardless. And if she wants to leave, then so be it. Because you are the catch. You are the one you bring a lot to the table, man. And understand this, that when she tries to get your reaction back, you have two options, whether to play this game, whether to keep it cool. If you really want her, then you just keep it cool, right? But this is what they do, especially off the get-go when they don't know how to control their emotions. So what she would do is she don't want to say too much. She don't want to push you off center. So when you go and push her off center by communicating that you want her here, don't leave, and hey, where you going? Just look at it in this perspective. When a girl that you're interested in, right, she starts engaging a little bit too much. Maybe you guys just started talking or it's been weeks, months, and she's just showing way more affection. She's asking where you're at, your location, this, that. You're instantly, as men, we are just like, whoa, calm down. Now you're having second thoughts like, man, I don't know if I can continue with this because this is becoming obsessive. Now it's becoming to the point where you feel the attachment. Some guys like that, some guys don't, but nobody wants something that seems like is given to everybody. People like that exclusivity. So regain your calmness, stay calm. Stay steady, stay focused. Literally, when she acts distant like this, I want you to literally redirect your energy. Put it down to your focus. Put it down to your mission. Stay locked in, stay locked in, keep going to the gym, stay working on your craft. Stay busy, because the worst thing you can do is completely abide by everything that you was going through. The worst thing you can do is literally do a whole 180. Now you're missing workouts, now you're missing appointments, now you're missing certain things that you got to do on your task. That lets her know, oh, he is the type that's emotional. And remember, women are always more emotional than men. I don't care how emotional you think you are, this, that, they are more emotional. So she wants to see you hold your frame. You got to be the leader, protector, right? So that's what they look for you as. That's what they look in. That's what they look for men as. So remember that when she pulls back, it's just to measure your frame. It's just to see how you move. Basically asking, are you steady or are you unstable? Remember this. The fourth reason is that women move in emotional waves. We all know this, right? And I've mentioned this a lot in my videos. Some guys, we think that emotions are like linear, like it's gonna just keep going up. It's gonna stay steady. That's not how women work though. Their emotions fluctuate. That's why I always say, never be too interested, never be too attached, because they can wake up one day and say, I'm over it. Then what? That's why I'm always big on staying on your purpose, because no matter what, they will come and go. I don't care if you've been with her for decades, for years, for months. You never know. You can't predict that. You can only control what you can control. You can't control people, no matter how long you've been with her. Only exception is that maybe you've been with her from like high school. You've been with her through ups and downs, right? She's been with you from the get-go. That's different. That's where loyalty resides. Still, you never know. But 9 times out of 10, a woman like that will stay with you through the ups and downs. Not modern women in today's dating. So you have to understand that she is with you most likely because of what you bring to the table, because of your attraction level, because of how you stay centered. So when you move left, when you move right, you know what's going to happen. So expect it. One day she can be warm, one day she's cold. One day she's quiet. The next day she's playful. We think that is strategic, but in reality, it's emotion. It's emotional rhythm. Once you realize that their moods fluctuate, it becomes easier to stay locked in, to stay centered, to not move based off her emotions left or right. And the quickest way, the fastest way to lose her is by reacting to her emotions. That's why I always say, if she wants to leave, bye. As grimy as or as harsh as it can sound, you're not gonna verbally communicate that, right? But your actions will say otherwise. You don't ever have to really say that. But when you just stay calm. I promise you. It will work out much better than you expect. The worst thing you can do is to interpret her fluctuation as rejection. I promise you. I know I've mentioned in my previous videos that when she's playing games, when she's doing this, when she's acting choosy, when she has other options, it may seem like to walk away. Yes, it's good to walk away in certain aspects, right? But in this type of situation, especially if the interest is heavy, especially when it's new into the relationship, especially when it's just the get-go, when she acts distant, it's because she's more invested into you. And this is a good thing. This is why I always say she needs to be more attached into you. She needs to be more invested. So what you need to do right now, don't do anything. Literally. Still keep doing exactly what you've been doing. Don't change up your text messages. Don't start saying, if you're not saying good morning to good night, like don't do that. Don't start putting more effort thinking that will retain her. I want that to be very clear. Keep doing the exact same thing that you've been doing that got her interested to you in the first place. Because they're straight up. If there was something that you did wrong, she would have probably brought that up to address with you. So if she just completely just goes and just fades away, don't react. The only way to make her lean back in is by staying calm. This is the part that most people won't tell you, because when you stay calm, she looks at that as, oh, wow. She immediately feels relaxed because now she feels safe. She can trust you. She knows that you won't move left or right. You're not overreacting. You won't leave her because of an argument. That's what she's signaling in her mind. She's thinking of the future because now she's not feeling pressured. When you try to pressure, if you think about this in your personal life, when you try to keep her, when you try to do a little bit too much, they always just vanish. It's like they always just leave. I'm not going to attest to that. So when you don't chase her, you don't try to make this work, forcing it, that lets her know you're not reacting emotionally, and she leans back in. This is exactly why detachment works. Because you're not moving on, you're not leaving her. You're simply removing your emotions from the situation. You just stay calm, you just stay centered. You still keep doing your routines that you're doing every day. To quite simple, literally pay no mind. I know it can creep up in your thought, stay calm. The main reason is because you're not collapsing under pressure. You're neutral. And you know that that energy signals high status. That energy signals attraction. They don't teach us this growing up, I promise you. I had to learn this the harder way. I had to, after rejection, after doing way too much, especially early on, that once I literally just completely shifted my focus into my life, and whenever I saw mixed signals, I just didn't react. I was just like, you know what? I'm tired of this. Because I realized early on, the more effort I try to put into fixing it, the more effort I try to put into getting her to communicate with me what's going on, because communication is key, right? But when women do this, they try to just see your reaction. And it took me years to realize this. But I want to be very clear. There's a difference. There's a major difference between healthy distance, genuine disinterest. How you can realize which one you're dealing with is that if she is canceling plans now left and right, she's not initiating any conversation, she's not initiating any communication, showing no emotion over time, that's when you know that she's losing interest, she's fading away. So make sure you don't confuse the two. You should know this in your own life. So when she's moving completely different now, when she's acting like she's really not trying to even, then that's it, move on, walk away. Don't even bring it up. Leave on your own terms, because that makes her more attracted to you in the future. Not saying that you should have her come back when she shows these type of languages. You do what you want. But if you leave on your own terms, once you peep it, there's a big difference. If she's just doing this off the initial phase, you can tell, right? Because she's still communicating. She's still showing interest. She might be a little bit dry. Just stay calm. Wait a week, wait 2 weeks. Once it starts being the habit, once it starts being like she's not checking up on you, she's not reaching out first, she's canceling the plans left and right, she's acting like you're kind of blowing her up, like by hitting her up, like we've all seen that, right? So that's when you know. So what you should do when she pulls back is just don't chase, don't follow up, don't get out of your frame, don't react emotionally, don't start calling her unknown number calls, random text messages, double texting, triple texting. Just give her space and stay centered. If she wants to come back, all right. If she doesn't, you're good regardless. You play it like that. You just stay focused on your mission. You stay focused on your goals. Only good things will happen. And it's only because you didn't force it. And if she likes you, she will come back much warmer. She will show more affection. And it's not because you forced it. It's literally because you did not disturb it. As crazy as it sounds, this will work. You will see the clear distinction between the two. Once you just literally fall back, don't say much. So I'll leave you with this. The best thing you can do when she plays these games trying to test you is to literally do nothing. Stay focused. Try not to let this creep into your mind, and don't play these games. Don't start doing too much. They're used to most men being reactive. They're used to getting what they want. You know, females want to get their way is the highway. So when you don't give her, you don't feed into that. When you don't give her a reaction, you win. I guarantee you that. Now you are regulated. Calm is power. Silence is confidence. Stability is attraction. If she didn't care at all, she wouldn't pull back strategically, in better terms. She would just simply disappear. It's like you didn't know her. So it's a good thing if she does this, because that actually means she's genuinely interested in you. Distance with tension is different than indifference. That makes sense. So just learn the difference and you're good, because that signals emotional intelligence. That signals you're good regardless of the outcome. You're not depending on her emotion, because you have to understand that their emotions will fluctuate. Remember, if she acts distant when she likes you, your job is not to fix it. That's not what you're here for. Your job is simply just to stay solid. That's it. Stay neutral. Whatever happens, happens. Because the guy that doesn't flinch is the man that she feels safe with. And safety creates attraction. Not panic, not pressure, not performance. So stay calm. That's clarity. And when you move with clarity, you move correctly. If this video helped you, be sure to leave a like, comment, share this video with somebody who needs to see this, and watch this video up next, or this video, and I'll catch you guys on to the next one. Remember, clarity of mind, discipline of motion. You got this, don't overthink it, don't overcomplicate it, and I'll catch you guys on to the next one, man. Be easy, stay safe.